Good Thursday morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. Breaking news right now, Winter Storm Mateo has been named. That is coming down across Montana and parts of Wyoming. This is spreading out into the northern plains. Winter storm warnings up there. Winter storm warnings up now for Davenport, Chicago, Milwaukee. Right now in Detroit, you are under winter storm watch. And so there's a chance you either go under a warning or an advisory a little bit later today. These start at 6 o'clock tonight. So it's going to take all day for this to evolve and get into the area. What you see in Illinois right now, very light, really just flurry activity more than anything. But this is the real deal. This is Mateo, which is now coming on in. We're seeing that snow coming in across Montana into South Dakota, Rapid City. We're getting the snow, Omaha, maybe a few flurries to start your day, but we're waiting for later this afternoon for the real snow to come on in. Same thing, Chicago. This overall is very light. Might put a light dusting down, but overall it's not the main event. That's coming in by this evening at the sort of beginning or the tail end of the rush hour. All right, let's take a look at the timing. So we bring in the snow moving in across South Dakota, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. It's really a narrow stripe of very heavy snow, and there's going to be quite the gradient of snow totals from, say, in Chicago to just south of there across central Illinois, where you're going to get probably nothing out of the storm system. Now, it moves across the I-80 corridor, northern Indiana into Ohio, and then eventually into the northeast. Here's the snow total. Take a look at this one. 8 to 12 inches. Chicago, that is your forecast. And there's a widespread 5 to 8 from Iowa straight over into Michigan. The reason why we're going to see such high snow totals across this area is the snow is going to train. Just like we see thunderstorms train, moving right over the same areas, dropping a lot of rain. Well, the same thing is going to happen with the snow. So just get, a prolonged period of a very moderate snowfall. And so for Des Moines, it starts tonight, continues through the day on Friday. We've got about 3 to 5 inches of snow. Temperatures will be cold, about 20 degrees. Wind won't be a huge factor with this storm. Here's a look at your timing. It starts again overnight tonight. Keep in mind that this is, you have all day to finish preparing for this one. We get it tonight. Starts at 9 o'clock. We see that snow continuing right through the overnight. About 12 hours of a real steady snow for you in Des Moines. Chicago starts tonight, goes through Friday. We've got a widespread 5 to 8 inches across the area. Locally, it could be heavier. Chicago, here's your timing. 6 o'clock tonight, we keep the snow going, and it's all the way through the overnight till 2 o'clock tomorrow. So this is a long duration snow event for us here in Chicago. The morning commute tomorrow especially is going to be very dicey, but starting to go downhill this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, in Chicago. Detroit, it's all about your Friday forecast. 5 to 8 inches of snow. Temperatures will be warming up into the 20s, still cold, and we'll be looking at that snow for you starting overnight tonight through rush hour tomorrow, both in the morning and the afternoon. It is just such an active pattern. This parade of storms continues, and we've got your weekend forecast with our next upper level disturbance diving on in. Jet stream energy at play right here. This one is going to be a little farther north than the last two that we've been tracking for you. So we've got the warmer air coming all the way up into Kentucky, southern parts of Ohio. This time I don't think you have as much of a chance as the frozen precip as you do just a little bit further north. Look at your Saturday forecast. So now we've got I-70 as the sort of corridor to watch for that mixed precip. Indianapolis, you are right on that line. We'll see some snow. Will it go as far north as Chicago? Possibly, but more likely the heavier amounts from this next storm will be just south of Chicago, south of Detroit, and we'll see that snow 8 to 12, maybe in some of the same places across northern Indiana and into Ohio, and then that heads into the northeast. So Chicago, we've got round 1 coming in tonight and tomorrow. Then that wraps up, and then we've got round 2 coming in Saturday, especially into Saturday evening, where snow could be heavy at times. Temperatures only in the teens. All right, so big news. Your official total for all of yesterday. So here's where we are in Erie, breaking down the numbers for you and taking a look at our snowfall. We are now at our snowiest season on record. The old winter was the season of 2000-2001 with 149 inches. So we are going to be watching for more snow to come too. So we're not going to end and stop right there. We're going to keep going this season in Erie, Pennsylvania. 152 inches of snow. Again, just smashing the old seasons here as we look ahead to more snowfall coming our way. Let's go coast to coast right now with a look at your Thursday morning. As we like to say, so this weekend, it's tough in the east. We've got a lot going on. This system comes in. This is Mateo. We bring this in. It's a quick mover, but it's just long lasting because of the way it's tracking. So you got at least 12 to 18 hours of snow, Chicago to Detroit. We move it through tonight and tomorrow, and then Saturday it's out of here. But then on Saturday, our next system is already coming on in. We see that. Look at this. More snow coming in, possibly Chicago. A lot of rain to the south and into the mid-Atlantic and even the northeast. It's mild and rain in New York City. Welcome back to AIM-HQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. Another snowstorm this week. This is the second named storm of the week. Mateo is its name. It's out for you. It's already starting into Montana and South Dakota. And this is where we have some winter storm warnings up, including Miles City, Rapid City. They spread out with winter weather advisories across the Central Plains. And then we see places like Davenport, Milwaukee, Chicago. We are all under winter storm warnings. Right now, Detroit, you are still under a winter storm watch. I think you're likely to be under a winter storm warning, but there's always a chance it could become advisory. But with the amount of snow we're expecting and the impacts expecting, I'm pretty sure this is going to be warning level. So here's a look right now. The snow is coming down. You can see it from Billings to Glasgow over to Rapid City, where we're going to be getting, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 8 inches of snow. And then it spreads through the afternoon across South Dakota into northern Iowa, maybe extreme southern Minnesota, but it should miss us in Minneapolis. You see what a narrow band of real heavy snow it's going to be. So this is a big impact event because the snow itself will keep training and moving over the same areas. So if you get snow, you end up getting a lot of snow. But then if you're not in that band, you might get nothing. And that's going to be the case for cities across central Illinois like Springfield. This is just not your snow. All right, let's look at Detroit. You've got snowfall on the order of 5 to 8. There's going to be a swath of 8 to 12. Southern Michigan, northern Indiana, maybe just north of the Indiana toll road. But we'll keep a watch on that forecast for you. Chicago, widespread 5 to 8, isolated. There could be 8+ inches of snow. Des Moines, it starts tonight. Your winter storm warning actually goes into effect at 6. 3 to 5 inches of snow. Temperatures are going to stay cold, near 20 degrees. And the timing is 9 o'clock tonight to 9 o'clock tomorrow. So we've got 12 hours of snow to deal with here. Chicago 5 to 8. It starts this evening right at the tail end of the rush hour. Temperatures are going to be in the 20s. This will be an impact event potentially for the evening commute and then through the overnight and tomorrow morning for the commute, tomorrow at lunchtime as well, with temperatures staying in the 20s. The Olympics always inspire people to go out and do outdoor sports, right? Like skiing and snowboarding. And if that's what you're thinking this weekend, well, some new snow will be coming down across the northern today across the northern plains, and then tomorrow spreading into the Midwest, Boyne Mountain in Michigan. This might be a good weekend to check in and take in some of that fresh powder. Saturday's forecast. I will tell you that the Northeast ski resorts did great with this last winter storm. With the next one coming in for the weekend, we are going to see a bit more wintry mix, a little warmer weather, temperatures-wise working in here. We'll see that in a Sunday as well. So Boston, New York, Philly, D.C., all rain from this next system.